Hello everyone, this is Arul here from RaspberryPi channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to stream the data from Raspberry Pi to Azure IoT. Azure IoT is a cloud service from Microsoft. So this helps us to give a valuable insights from the data that is streamed by the devices that are embedded with the sensors. So in providing IoT solutions, there are always three challenges, right? So one is cost, complexity, and security. So with Azure IoT, we can securely connect a number of devices to the IoT hub, and it is also very cost effective. And even if you think at a large scale, we can remotely provide millions of devices by using one of their services called device provisioning service without compromising any security. So there are two services with Azure for IoT. One is IoT Central and IoT Hub. IoT Central is like a software as a service, and Hub is like a platform as a service. So in this video, I'm going to show you IoT Hub, which is platform as a service. So this IoT Hub will connect other Azure ecosystem. Here I'm going to use one of the learning module, and also I'm going to stimulate the device data to the Azure IoT Hub. So I'm not going to use the actual Raspberry Pi. So Microsoft in their learning module, they have a stimulator to stream the data. So all the code and everything is there provided. We just need to give a connection string and stream the data. So you log into your Azure portal, you will see something called IoT Hub. In the create resource, you just click that, and then you have to create a registry like a register, so that we can register our devices in this hub. So we just click on create IoT hub, and then we just need to provide our subscription and the resource group. So I'm going to use my learning modules subscription, and then I'm going to select my region like US West, and then I'm going to give my IoT hub name. So this should be a unique name. Next, I'm going to review, and here I'm going to make it as a public endpoint. And here the size, so there are different tier sizes like S1, S2, S3, and B1, B2, B3. So here B is nothing but a basic tier which will have only a one-way communication like device to IoT hub. So S1 is like bi-directional. Here I'm going to use free tier. So that comes with like 8,000 messages a day. So you can also use the free tier if you want to try it out. And then it is like tagging. I'm not going to give any tag, so I'm just going to create this register. This will take some time for your deployment, and once that is completed, you will see your deployment complete message. After that, you have to go to the resource. This is our registry, and here in the side tab you can see something called IoT devices. So just click that IoT device, and here we are actually going to register our device. So here we can create a number of devices. So here I'm going to give our Raspberry device ID, can be your user defined ID. So here something called an authentication type is used to authenticate the device to communicate with the IoT hub. So there are three ways of authentication: symmetric key and X509. So that is like asynchronous key which have the public and private keys. So this can be authenticated by self signed in or like a certified authority. So here I'm going to use like symmetric key and create this hub, and once you click this hub, you should be able to see the device connection string, primary connection string. Just copy that string and save it in your local. This will be used to configure in our Raspberry Pi code. And this is our Raspberry Pi stimulator. So this is provided by Microsoft Learning Module. So they have written this code in Node.js. So this will stream, randomly generate a temperature and humidity data and stream to our IoT hub. So whenever the data is streamed, you can see the LED light to blink. So these are the variables that is defined here, and here you can find something called connection string. This is where you are going to paste your connection primary connection string that you copied from the IoT device in the IoT hub. So once that is done, you can just go through the code to understand how this is randomly generating the value, and then you just need to do an npm start or hit the run button. You can also use the same code in an actual Raspberry by installing the Azure SDK modules. Now you can see the data is streamed to our IoT hub. So let's check in our IoT hub registry. Now I'm back to my dashboard, registry dashboard. So here you will see something called metrics in the side. If you scroll down under monitoring, you will see metrics. Just click on that and select telemetry message that's sent. Select the metrics and aggregate to the sum, so you can see the message in the graph, right? The message count. So I'm going to just filter last 30 minutes. So this is how we can configure our metrics dashboard, which comes as an out of the box. We also have overall dashboard, like an overview. So once you log into the hub and select your registry, there is something called overview. So just on the top, scroll up, click on overview, and this will also have a lot of dash metrics that's available by default. Like just past 1 hour, you can see how many messages that's been used and how many devices been connected, device to cloud messages, and total number of IoT device. So this is something out of box. We don't need to do anything. We just stream the data and see the data in the dashboard. And there is a security tab. So here in free tier, the security is disabled, but once you log in with the standard tier or in a basic tier, there will be an option to enable the security tier. So this will tell if any threats is there for your device or your IoT hub services. We have the streamed data in our IoT hub. So next step is to take action with that data, right? So we can also configure alert. So under monitoring, you have something called alerts. You can create a rule here. So for this is our registry, and here is the condition. So we just define a condition. So I'm going to just select telemetry message that's sent, and I'm going to give my value, right? So greater than a particular value, what action I'm going to take. So I'm just going to create this condition. So once the condition is created, we have to create an action group. So when the condition is met, that action group will execute the action. So here if you go, can just select the action group. So action can be anything, right? So if you want to trigger an email or a webhook or any other Azure function, we can configure. And with Azure IoT Hub, there are a lot of services that utilize the whole Azure ecosystem. We can do automatic device management, device provisioning, and we can also deploy the edge computing at the edge device. So there is something called IoT edge service. Also message routing service, where the messages are routed to the blob storage or for any other streaming analytic tool. We can also apply the analytics when the data is streamed. So we can create some stream analytic job, and also we can filter out at the edge location what needs to be streamed to cloud. And there is something called time series insight with Azure service. So this helps us to give a real-time insights on the data that is streamed with Azure IoT Hub. Before enabling any other costly analytical tool, it is always good to integrate with time series insight service. There are a lot of learning module provided by Microsoft to know about their Azure IoT solutions. If you are interested, I would recommend to check their website. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please do subscribe and follow the channel. Bye bye.